With the life-changing events which have been taking place across America these last few weeks, we as pastors and ministers and others in leadership roles are required to take on new and expanded roles in our communities. With that said, please allow me to share the following suggestions with you. Folks, it's so vital to our personal, family, and spiritual well-being that we learn to follow these 10 key points in how to survive the coronavirus. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Number 1, stay on schedule. Let me mention our children first. Our teachers have been working so hard and diligently at home to do assignments and grading papers and make sure things run smooth. So with e-learning, keep your children on their regular school schedule as much as possible. That means no sleeping late, get up, get breakfast, then get busy. After schoolwork is complete, factor in some outdoor time, at least an hour daily, preferably more. Limit gaming. Don't let your children take advantage of this time to do extra gaming. Gaming has gone too far as it is. Number 2, stay productive. If you are an adult who is home because of the coronavirus, you also need to keep a regular routine, as close to your previous work hours as possible. It's so easy to start sleeping late, watching TV, or spending extra time on Facebook. People who let themselves fall victim to idleness and spending meaningless time doing nothing constructive usually find themselves looking for ways, now listen closely, looking for ways not to re-enter the workforce. It happens to all of us, folks, so be careful with this. Proverbs 16:27 translated means this: idle hands are the devil's workshop. Idle lips are his mouthpiece. One of the deadly 7 sins is listed as sloth or laziness. The Bible tells us we are to earn a living by the sweat of our brow, not by the sweat of somebody else's brow, not by the government's brow, but by the sweat of our own brow. Number 3, folks, set daily goals. There's much work which can be done within the curtilage of one's own home. Before you fall to sleep each night, set yourself a specific goal to accomplish, and when your feet hit the floor the next morning, wake up, get up, and get busy working toward your goal. As to goals, the Bible tells us in Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. The law in this case means we are like the fig tree the master ordered cut down because it failed to produce fruit. Number 4, set aside a specific time for worship. Whether it's with us on Sunday at 10 a.m. or a different service of your choice, keep to a regular routine when you set aside time for God. Don't just try to fit him in when you feel like it. Honor him by setting aside a specific time for prayer, reading your Bible, and worshiping him. Spend time sharing your faith with others. Call, not text, and invite people to join you for online services of prayer or sharing God's holy word. There's a lot to be gained with spontaneous conversation with others that we just simply miss out when we texting. Number 5, and this is very important, have time alone. It's important to have family time, but it's just as important to have some time alone with yourself. Whether it's a short walk, a time in another room, a long time, set time aside just for you. It can be very productive and rejuvenating time. Number 6, choose TV programs in advance. By that I mean decide which TV shows you and your family are going to watch a day or even a week ahead of time. When they are over, turn the TV off. How many times have we been doing something productive, then walk by the TV and something catches our eye, and before you know it, we have a soda in our hand sitting on the couch for the next 3 hours. Schedule what you're going to watch, then stick to it. Number 7, limit smartphone time. We need to be smart with smartphones. I check my email messages and Facebook posts first thing in the morning as I'm having my coffee. I check it again at lunch and then after dinner. One cannot gaze at a smartphone screen all day and be productive. Number 8, include family drive-abouts. When everyone in the house feels as though the walls are caving in, I suggest going for a drive. Not a shopping adventure, but a short drive. Find an empty church or school parking lot. Let everyone get out and stretch their legs a bit. We can be outdoors and still keep our distance from others. Sunlight, along with fresh air, is a great purifier of the spirit, mind, and body. Number 9, Shop in singular mode. When you do need supplies from the grocery store, send one person, preferably the family member with the highest resistance to illness. We all seem to have that one family member who never gets sick. Leave the children and other family members at home. Let them pout if that's what it takes. It may save someone's life. When returning home, the designated family shopper should leave shoes outside because the coronavirus does cling to the soles of shoes. Put clothes in the wash machine immediately and start it. Then take a shower. Remember, hair is one of the hiding places for coronaviruses. Number 10, and this is the last one, make it a priority to include humor. Find some ways to incorporate humor into your daily routine. Not just once every couple of days. I highly recommend once an hour. The Bible tells us this in Proverbs 17:22. A merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. Folks, I know many will disagree, so no need to comment and tell me how wrong I am, but humor is just as important to our surviving this awful virus as washing your hands. I love to share inspirational posts about the Bible and other things. You'll find many of them under Troy Wilson Ministries on Facebook. But if you look at my personal Facebook page, Troy Wilson, they are mostly humorous posts. When I find a really funny but clean post, I always repost it there for others to enjoy. Let me end by saying this. Please feel free to comment and or add posts of productive ways that you have found with coping with staying at home. Until we meet again, this is Troy Wilson saying, may God bless you and yours.